Johnson and Tyshawn Duncan, the two seniors. That big point to tip it off, and we are underway inside. And Trey Doherty, the starting point guard, will take it into the front court for Ash. Setting up at the top of the key now. Looking to get the ball over to Corey Wright in the corner. Wright's going to take a three. That's no good. Rebounded by Sherman. And Tioga will take over for their offensive possession. Reed down the lane, wide open, layup up and good. Tioga with an early lead.
A lot of excitement right there. Good defense by Tioga. Getting a good board and taking it in house.
Doherty now back again. Boardline with his first touch of the game. He'll launch for three. Short. Rebounded by Sherman again. Reed up now quickly. That'll be out of bounds.
Sherman setting an example real early here on the boards for Tioga.
Yeah, 2 consecutive defensive rebounds for Wesley Sherman, the junior.
This place is loud, Marshall. I love it.
Trojans back to work on offense now. Got 2 post players high. That's Boardlawn and Duncan. Now Doherty gets it down to right in the lane. Blocked by Caden Hardy. Ash will retain possession, but the junior Caden Hardy getting in there.
Size don't mean nothing to Hardy, buddy. Coming in there like he's some type of big body, and a good block for Tioga.
Right on the dribble handoff. We'll try to get it over to Duncan, and there'll be a foul on the floor. That's going to be on Sherman, his first personal foul.
The officials here tonight out of the Baton Rouge area. Glad to see them come up here to Central Louisiana.
Box set for Ash. Now Doherty back to the top of the key. Bolden on a flare. Up, tip. Wright takes back over. Doherty again down the lane. Strip. Back to Duncan. Oh, misses the slam dunk. So Duncan goes up and misses.
I've never seen so many people cheer for a missed dunk, Marshall.
Back on the baseline, Boardlawn now with a one-on-one. That's Kervin Johnson guarding him. Hands it off now to Corey Wright, being guarded by Caden Hardy. Get a ball screen from Jarvell. Down the lane on the right side, up, tipped. Wright with his own rebound, looking for room. Gets it to Boardlawn, and a jump ball is going to be called, and Tioga's going to take over.
I'm telling you right now, Tioga, active hands in the paint, causing all kind of havoc right now for the Trojans.
Indians up 2-0. 6.5 minutes left to go in the first. Johnson now being guarded by Duncan. He'll beat Duncan on the way to the hoop. He misses the dunk. Hardy now for 3, and that's good.
And Hardy does what Hardy does. His 3, Kervin trying to make the whole roof blow up, and Tioga with an early 5-0 lead.
We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching the NDI Game of the Week right here on 446 Sports. Now Hardy into the front court. He'll get it over to the corner to Johnson. Johnson being guarded closely by Duncan. Now Sherman with a touch. Had to be checked out by Bullman and another turnover. Jordy back now. Can Ash get their first points in this ball game? Long pass to Jarvell. Gets bumped underneath. Pass out to Wright. Wright with a hop step in the lane. Open good.
Good basket right there by Ash. You get the momentum back on their side. Early on here, 5:06 left in this opening period. 5-2. Tioga on top.
Ash, 3 minutes of game time before they're able to get their first basket. Now, that's no good. Rebounded by Ash. Wright trying to split the fast break. Kicks it out to Trey. Trey's wide open for 3. No good. And Hardy with the rebound for Tioga.
Hardy with a second board. Doherty with that block there for Alexandria Senior High. And this place is electric right now. Everybody, both teams just kind of filling themselves out right now.
Trying to figure out kind of how to use that energy. Tioga will get it now. Underneath Ash's goal. Green gets it out to Johnson. Will set the offense over now. Thanks to the elbow. Out to Hardy. Long 3. That's no good off the back end. Duncan will kick it to Bowman. And the Trojans are back down in transition. Gordon will get it back to Marcus. Marcus with some more. Pull-up jumper. No good. Gordon with a rebound. Out to Wright. Wright for 3. No good. And that's going to be a foul on Bates. Bates with the loose ball foul. And Ash will retain possession.
Ash, after a first couple of missed shots, starting to settle in on the boards now. And look at the leaders of this Ash Trojan team here, trying to make sure nothing happens, no flagrant fouls, and no technicals.
So now McKinney is going to check in for Duncan. Try to get over to Wright. Wright's on the first shot is blocked.
Defensive battle here, boy. A lot of defense, a lot of aggression under the basket right now here in the paint.
Ash not able to hit a 3 yet. Now Wright will be in the same spot. This time he'll drop it and he picked up showing it to Hardy now with the ball. Ahead to Johnson. Johnson for 3. No good. Out of bounds. Back to Ash.
5-2 here with 3 minutes 46 seconds left here in the opening period. Tioga on top, but after that opening 5-0, you can see Ash trying to figure some things out here and slowing it down a little bit.
Duncan and Williams are set to check in. Duncan's going to check back in, and Williams is seeing him come in for the first time. Doherty absorbs some contact, and Curvin Johnson is going to be called for the personal foul out on the perimeter.
Curvin Johnson's first foul of the ball game here for Tioga.
And we've got Thomas for the Indians. CJ Thomas, the junior, going to check in for Tioga. He'll step in there for Sherman.
Sherman's been doing really well on the boards here, giving him a quick break. Sure, they're going to try to get him back in.
Tioga gets the ball to the top of the key. Duncan's out there on defense again. Thomas kicks it out to Bates. Bates no good. But Reed with an offensive rebound, but no good again. Marcus Bolden gets a rebound. And Ash got the middle open here as they go 5 out.
Ooh.
Right, almost gets a stolen, but now he's got an advantage. Up and no good. Rebound by Williams. Williams is tipped by Bates. And Tioga back the other way. Hardy hits the 3.
My goodness, Hardy from downtown.
Tioga aggressive on the defensive rebound.
8-2 now, Tioga on top here, and here comes Wesley Sherman getting ready to get back in this ball game.
Hayden Hardy with 2 3-pointers early on in this ball game. Forward ball down the lane. Got room. He'll get fouled. They're going to call for a travel. Excuse me. It's a low grab.
So Tioga gets the ball back here as Wesley Sherman checks in for Kervin Johnson. 2:18 left here in the opening period. 8-2. Tioga on top of Ash. A big battle here in Sinlaw tonight here in Alexandria.
Hayden Hardy has 6 points. Sherman has the ball in the high post. Hardy for 3 again. Misses this time. Duncan rebounds it quickly. Turns it over. Trying to get it out past to Dory. Bates down the lane. He'll kick it out to Hayden Hardy. Good pass underneath to Sherman, who had a size advantage. And misses the layup. Holding the rebound to Dory. Forward on the wing, being guarded by Bates. He'll try a 3. That's too long. Rebound out to Dory. Blocked by Bates. And Dory will keep it and kick it out to Bourbon. The Bourbon try another 3. He'll drive on Thomas. Duncan mishandles, spin move, and he draws the foul from Sherman.
Let's see who they call that foul on. I think that was Sherman, but I'm not sure. It was.
And that's his second. Yeah, Wesley Sherman's second personal. We'll send Duncan to the line, and now you will see Jaden Eli check in for Jarvel Bowman.
Sherman's been a big defensive presence early on here for Tioga, but picks up his second foul as Duncan hits his first shot.
McKinney is going to check in the game now as Marcus Bolden heads to the bench with 1:23 left to go in the first. Duncan's second free throw is up and good. And it's 8-4, Tioga in front of Ash. 80 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Tioga nearly turns it over, but Bates regains possession. Now he'll drive on McKinney. No good. Williams with the rebound.
4 Trojans under the glass to get that rebound.
It's going to be a jump ball. Thomas. They're in defense for Tioga.
Marshall, I'm loving the fact that these officials are letting them play here. It's a lot of hand checks, but it's going on both sides, and they're letting them play.
Chris Blake will check in now for Tioga as Bates will get a breather with a minute left. Here on the NDI game of the week. Doherty will inbound now underneath. We'll get it to Holden and Crouch it and get a turnover. Tioga back across. Final minute of the first quarter. Reed will drive on Bolden, and Bolden will be called for the foul on the outside.
49 seconds left here in the opening period.
I believe the official signaled 3, but I think that was on Marcus because Coors has a game. Right now it's Williams, Eli, Duncan, McKinney, and Doherty in for Ash.
The officials made a mistake, called out the wrong number. He just said my bad, and they're getting it adjusted here and fixed. They're going to let the scorekeeper know.
Yeah, so they got somebody out that is a red call. It was on Marcus. So Tioga's got it here in front of Ash's bench. It's 50 seconds left to go in the first. Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Tioga leads Ash 8-4. And it's been just a defensive and physical, fast battle so far.
Very physical in the paint by both these teams. Tioga set the standard pretty early, and Ash has kind of evened it out here later on in this first period. But right now, as they're trying to figure out the actual who got the call, but it was Bolden with the foul. I think they got it figured out here, and we're getting it ready.
Johnson will try another 3. This one's going to fall short. Dory will grab the rebound and get it to Duncan. Can Duncan get to the hoop? Gets fouled underneath. And that'll be another foul on Kervin Johnson.
Yeah.
I believe that's his second.
Second foul for Kervin here. So the big man down low, Wesley Sherman and Kervin Johnson, both with 2 fouls apiece here in the first period. Something to look at later on for sure. Kentrell Bates comes into the game for Kervin Johnson now for Tioga. I'll tell you what, man. Fun to watch Caden Hardy for this Tioga Indians team.
Yeah, had 7 threes in a game against Quinmore earlier this year. Got to watch. He's an amazing player. Joined the 1,000-point club earlier this year.
5'6", but he plays like he's 6'3". Just awesome to watch.
Reed driving down the lane. Jaden Eli's going to get called for the foul here.
Believe that's.
Jeremiah Reed going to the line.
I think that's going to be Ash's 4th foul of the first period here, I believe. Yeah, that is on Eli. So.
Yeah, Coach Brasher using a lot of substitutions in the first quarter, like I mentioned. Typical rotation that he uses, but just kind of running guys in and out of the way.
That's his forte. He's been that way for about 15 years of coaching. I've watched him. He's quick. He's quick to get that sub in.
Allows guys to go full speed for a couple minutes.
Absolutely.
So Reed makes it first. The second one is up here. And let's see, we have another stoppage at the scores table.
I think are they having an issue with the clock? I think they're having an issue with the clock. Appreciate everybody tuned in watching here on 446 Sports. Big game here at Caesars Palace, Marshall. Coach Brasher came over here from Tioga and, winning the state championship game in 2020. It's been awesome seeing what he's done with this program.
Lost in this quarterfinal last year. Trying to make it to the semis. Get another championship like that. Corey Wright has it now with 20 seconds left. Here in the first quarter. Wardlaw gets it in the high post. Underneath to Williams. Williams looking for room. Up. Nothing but left. That's the point. That's going to make it 10-7. Reed for Reed. He'll get it to Hardy. Over to Bates. Bates. Back to Reed. The Reed runs up. No. And that's the end of the first quarter. Your score on the Wallace Associates scoreboard. Tioga 10, Ash 7, and Billy, really, anything to expect in the first quarter, we can probably think about that in the second as well.
Absolutely. Like that comes out very aggressive, this Tioga defense. Sets the tone, gets a 5-point lead early on. That Ash defense starts figuring a few things out, slows everything down. It went really quick to really slow. Only 10 points in the first period for Tioga. It felt like they dominated real early on, and then only having a 3-point lead going into the second period.
We'll step away and be right back to this match.
All right, everybody, we're getting ready here for second period action here at Caesars Palace, here at home of the Alexandria Senior High Trojans, number 2 seed, taking on the number 7 seed Tioga Indians from across the river. 10-7 Tioga on top here as we kick off this second period of action. Packed house here at Ash as Tioga with the first possession of the second period. They swing it out to the top of the key. Again, right there, that's Jeremiah Reed, gives it up, swings it back around, gives it to Hardy from downtown, off the rim. Rebounded for Tioga by Kentrell Bates, puts it back up. and Tioga extends their lead 12-7 here with 7:21 left in the second period. Tioga on top. Ash with the ball now from the top of the key is Duncan and drains it. Tyshawn Duncan with the three-pointer from the top cuts the deficit to 12-10 now as Tioga crosses half court, setting up the offense. Sherman with the pick. Nice little floater right there for Tioga by Jeremiah Reed, 14-10. Tioga on top of Ash here. Third round playoffs. Winner goes to Hammond, ladies and gentlemen. Take on the winner of Captain Shreve and Edna Carr.
Doherty now will get it back to Boardlawn. Now Doherty back inside the lane. Dishes to right. Right is up and in.
Beautiful pass right there for Ash.
That'll bring it back to a 2-point game. As Thomas is set to check back in now for Tioga. A lot of contact there at the midcourt line. Nothing called. And more pressure. Now there will be a whistle. That's going to be an offensive foul on Tioga. That's Blake, I believe. Yeah, Christopher Blake.
Blake being called with the foul there, kind of like a moving screen, but he's like, he ran into me. But official makes a call here, and we're 6:08 left here in the second period.
Ash will look to tie it now. Boardlawn. He'll take the lead with this make, no good. And Sherman with another board over to Jeremiah Reed. Quickly now is Thomas into the front court. He'll take a three. That's tipped by Tyshawn. And that'll be another foul on Wesley Sherman.
Sherman not happy about that at all, Marshall. That's his third foul. We've still got 5 minutes left here in the second period.
So Kervin Johnson will check in for Sherman, but you'd love to have both those guys out there if you could.
Yeah, you're swapping out a two-foul player for a three-foul player.
You'd love to have together. So Doherty back now across midcourt. Ash can tie or take the lead with a basket here. And Kervin Johnson will be called with his third foul.
This is absolutely what you did not want to happen if you're a Tioga Indian fan. Your two big men in the paint, both with 3 fouls early on in the first half.
So we will have a substitution. That's going to be Burns.
S.J. Burns comes in for Kervin. So now Tioga coming in with a little bit smaller starting 5. As now Duncan can have his way in the paint.
We'll see if that is what happens. Right from the outside. That three is good. And Ash will take the lead off of that make by Corey Wright.
Ash takes the lead for the first time tonight here, 15-14.
This will be a foul call on Bolden. He's got multiple personal fouls in this first half, so Eli will check in for Marcus. 5:25 left to go, 15-14. Ash leads Tioga by 1 on the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard.
Heck of a ball game, and we're only got 5 minutes left in the second
I'm
period.
exhausted, yeah. This will be a handoff to Hardy up top. Hardy will get a ball screen from Bates, looking to create. Kick out. That's Thomas for 3, no good. And Bates in there, got the rebound and drew the foul, so Tyshawn Duncan will get called for a foul there inside.
Great job of blocking out right there to get the rebound with Bates. And Duncan not happy with the foul, but it's called.
Well, so you got to give the credit there to Bates for crashing the boards and getting that rebound.
Yes.
As Ash not able to box him out. We'll miss the first free throw.
Yeah, Tioga knows right now, especially with the size that they have, you got to take advantage of every point that you can here, especially in the free throw line.
Yeah, you wonder if Ash does try to go inside heavy right now during this stretch. Second free throw by Bates is up and good. So now Doherty gets it back with this ball game tied. 5 minutes left to go until halftime. 15-15. Winner to Lake Charles. Doherty, entry pass to Jarvell. Jarvell with a one-on-one now. He draws a double team. A spin move down the baseline, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Jarvell Boardlawn.
He hooked him around to get around him, so the offensive foul on Ash, and that Tioga defense will steal another possession.
Boardlawn not a stranger to double teams on defense, but as he tried to get around the baseline there, got called for the offensive foul. So Reed being guarded by Eli will get this ball into the front court for the Indians. Dribble drive into the paint. Kick out to Bates. Bates for three. No good. A lot of contact underneath, but McKinney will come up with the board and get it to Wright. Wright is 1-on-3 right now. He'll go, no problem, but a miss, and Burns gets the rebound. Out to Reed. Reed being guarded by McKinney. Foot on the line, and they're going to give him a two-pointer.
It might be a two-pointer, but it hyped up the house.
Great shot.
Sure.
Great shot. It gives Tioga the lead. 4:20 left to go in the second quarter. Doherty now will look to get it to Duncan. Duncan with an immediate double team. He'll spin baseline, up, under, good. Really nice move by number 0.
Tie ball game here at the Caesars Palace. This is what you wanted if you love high school basketball here in Central Louisiana.
Tight coverage from McKinney and Eli at the half court. Reed down the lane. That's rejected by Tyshawn Duncan.
My goodness. That young man's got some hops, buddy. Anything near the rim, he's eating it up.
It's been one of the most valuable things that he's been able to do this season is erase shots at the rim. And highlight or not, that's a great defensive play.
Absolutely. And like we said early on, having the two big guys for Tioga sitting on the bench right now with 3 fouls, he's able to open himself up right now.
Yeah, I agree
and really
with you.
protect the rim.
Ball screen for Tioga. Now that's Thomas in the corner. McKinney in defense on there. Can Tioga save themselves from a backcourt? They can. And now we've got a timeout call by Coach Gill. So
they're going to say that was a foul reaching around.
So there is a foul called.
He was trying to call a timeout but couldn't get it in time.
Well, he got it now. And we've got 3:37 left to go in the second quarter. And this ball game's tied at 17. Let's see, are they going to award Coach Gill the timeout?
Yeah, I think the officials thought he called the timeout, but he called the foul. So both teams came out, but now they're waving that off. There is no timeout, just a foul on Tioga. It's 3:37 left here in the second period. We're all squared up at 17.
And I believe that was the first foul on Burns for the Indians. Doherty has it now. Over to Tyshawn. Tyshawn will skip it back to Trey Doherty. Now Williams has it. Wright will be called for an offensive foul.
He tried to do that a little while ago. They let it keep going. This time, big charging call right there on the Tioga defense getting the possession.
Corey Wright, the left-hander, trying to go down that side. And Tioga continuing to hold steady on defense with this reserve unit. A turnover now. Duncan into the open court. Can he get to the rim? Yes!
At that point, Marshall, Kentrell Bates just got out of the way, but there was no stopping Duncan.
Gives Ash a 2-point lead. And a foul again. This is Trey Doherty, who's going to be whistled for the foul. And boy, you just see Tioga's speed out of their backcourt, just kind of forcing Ash to have to reach because they're behind them.
Absolutely. The good thing about this smaller lineup for this Tioga team, they've got the huge advantage on speed. They might not be able to do anything down low, but they can get the ball across before Ash can even get back.
Boardlawn will inbound this ball right in front of the scores table. 2:55 left to go in the second quarter. Excuse me, this will be free throws, pardon me, for Jeremiah Reed as Boardlawn gets set to check in from the scores table. And now he will step in there for Doherty.
19-18 here in the second period. 2:55 left here. Ash on top of Tioga here at the Caesars Palace in Alexandria.
Meanwhile, Christopher Blake checks in for Burns. Second free throw up and good for Reed. That'll tie the ball game again, this time at 19. NDI Game of the Week live here on 446 Sports. Corey Wright will get this ball over to Boardlawn. Back to Wright for three. No good. Rebound Bates. Reed quickly again into the front court. Marcus Bolton dives on the ball, and a really great job by Marcus to come up with that possession. Ahead now to Corey Wright. Over to Duncan.
Boy.
Duncan down the lane. Offensive foul on Tyshawn, and you have to call that.
You might not like it if you're an Ash fan, but that was 100% the right call. Came up a little limpy there, too, and hopefully he'll be all right. But that is the right call. That was charging.
Yeah, I mean, you get a full head of steam on that fast break. You want to make something happen. But it really, credit to Tioga to know the play there, to draw that charge.
Like we said early on, man, these two teams know each other so well. They know their strengths, they know their weakness, and they're both playing into each side.
That's a great point. Yep, absolutely. Playing in the summertime, yeah, not just tonight. They know each other. Tioga now trying to inbound against pressure. They'll retain it after the pressure from Jaden Eli. They'll move it up down the sideline. 2:22 left to go in the first half. Tied at 19. Thomas now guarded by David McKinney. He'll get down the lane, pull up at the right elbow. Jumper's no good. Out of bounds off of Tioga as Bates tried to crash the boards there. Now we'll see 3 more starters for Ash check back into the game.
Fresh bodies coming back in for Ash.
And we've got the starting lineup. Williams is in for Doherty. Other than that, Ash's starters are in the game right now for this final 2 minutes.
Again, you still got Sherman and Kervin Johnson both on the bench here for Tioga. Got to be impressed, though, being able to stay true.
Duncan for 3, but Borblom with the rebound. He misses. Up, no good. Gets his own rebound, and this time is fouled.
See who they call the foul on? Was that on Thomas?
That was on Blake. I believe that's his first. And we'll see more substitutions here for Coach Brasher's crew as Borlon will head to the line, shooting 2.
It's so much fun to watch Lance Brasher sub. They just came in, they coming right back out. It keeps the defense guessing on who's coming in and what defense you can run.
Bordelon connects on his first, and that gives Ash a 1-point lead inside of 2 minutes here inside Caesars Palace. Second free throw's no good. Rebounded by Thomas. 1-point lead for the Trojans. Can Tioga take the lead on this possession? It's going to be stolen by Williams. Ash has the numbers. Up and in. Eddie Williams with the layup. That'll give Ash a 3-point lead. Their largest lead of this game. Duncan has to avoid a foul, and he does.
Good hands.
But he does affect the shot against Bates. Now he's got the ball himself. Nice pass to Williams. Williams up and under. No good. Rebounded by out of bounds.
Out of bounds by the Tioga Chili.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say it, but that is what happened. So Tioga's going to get the ball back. Down 3.
I've been impressed by both teams' defensive power and both teams being able to spread the floor here and really slow things down. Nobody thought, I didn't think this was going to be an 80 or 70-point game. I knew it was going to be tight from neck.
Nice job by Eddie Williams to adjust and get the layup there in traffic in the fast break. Tioga can tie this game with a 3-ball. Kervin Johnson's back in the game for the Indians. He'll get the ball at the top of the key, down the lane. And a foul on the floor, and it's going to be on Tyshawn.
That's number 3 for him, I believe. And
yes, it is. You're right.
That is a game plan for Tioga, just like Ash's game plan was to get Kervin Johnson in foul trouble. And
so
both bigs with 3.
He will more than likely spend the rest of this first half on the bench. If he can get to halftime with 3 fouls, that's okay. You can work with that.
Absolutely. You can't have a 4th.
But it does pretty much eliminate your ability to keep in there for 1 more minute and see if you can get a couple more looks down low. So we'll see.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Duncan come out of the game, like you said, here for Ash.
Johnson up and good with his first.
And he's asking the official what I do right there. Tell me so I don't do it again. I like that, though. You know what I mean? He was very, very respectful. He was just wanting to know what he did so he don't do it again.
Kervin tries to get Tioga within 1, and he does. Thomas will check into the game for Johnson, try to keep him from getting his 4th foul. And we've got a 30-second timeout called by Tioga. We will step away as well. We'll be right back. You're watching the NDI Game of the Week on 446 Sports. Welcome back. Tioga and Ash in a close one. Ash up by 1. They'll take over here with 1:05 left to go until the break. This gym has filled up since the ball tipped off. And now we'll see Tioga drop into the lane. Doherty will set it up back towards half court. Coach Brasher's going to wait for, I guess, the last shot.
Yeah, and both teams not in a hurry here, not trying to be overly aggressive, especially with foul trouble with both teams. So Tioga's defense is okay to let that clock run, and so is that offense of Ash.
Ash has basically 5 shooters right here, so
Tioga fans are booing, but you really don't want anybody else getting in foul trouble if you're Tioga, so.
We'll look for probably one shot here to see if Ash can take a 3 or 4 point lead. Wright will get it now with 12 seconds. Over to Boardlawn. Boardlawn, pump fake into the lane. Kicks it to Williams. Williams with a floater. That's good. Under 4 seconds. 2, 1. Up and no good, and that will give Ash a 24-21 halftime lead. Nice play there by the Trojans.
Absolutely. Set it up. Knew they had plenty of time to get that one shot off. Good penetration to the basket, and the man right there underneath the basket to take off that, and an easy 2 points. And Ash has looked pretty good here in that second period.
Got to imagine, for the most part, you can kind of reset your game plan at halftime and just kind of get back into what you were trying to do pregame. Foul trouble is kind of no longer an issue once you come out for the third quarter. So can both teams kind of reset their game plan, reset that physicality and that energy, and do it one more time, do it for 2 more quarters?
It's almost like a boxing match, Marshall. It's like that first quarter, first period, Tioga came out throwing haymakers, got that early point lead. Second period was all Ash, setting the tone, getting in there, and it really, really hurt that Tioga defense when Wesley Sherman had to come out of the game, leading them in defensive rebounds and just any type of, big gorilla. I'm the man down there, like that. Like basketball that you love, very physical, and so I'm loving to see it. It's a tight ball game like we thought it was going to be, and this is what we wanted here at the Caesars Palace.
Just about 9 minutes away from the third quarter. We'll step away and be back at the end of halftime. You're watching the NDI Game of the Week right here on 446 Sports. Welcome back. We are moments away from the third quarter. This is a 24-21 ball game. The winner of this one is going to go to March Madness. Marshall Leffler, Billy French, and producer Nick Morrow live with you at Caesars Palace for the NDI Game of the Week right here on 446 Sports. We want to thank NDI Heating and Cooling for bringing us the Game of the Week all season long. Also want to thank Wallace Eye Associates for partnering with us on our scoreboard that you see on your screen. And Billy, like we said pregame, anything could happen. A little bit of everything did happen in the first half, and I really think that the second half is just going to be more of that.
This lived up to the hype. All the talk about all over town about this game here tonight, it's lived up to it. Defensive battle, both sides, both teams' bigs getting in a little foul trouble. We're all square now here. We're starting the second half. 3 fouls. You can adjust. You can work with that. But 24-21, you knew it was going to be a tight ball game between these two teams.
Underway in Caesars Palace. Doherty will get it to Bolden. Now Duncan at the top of the key reverses it back to Doherty. Bourdlawn will get double teamed. Now he'll skip it out to Wright. Wright down the left side from the elbow. Jumper up and good. Corey Wright with the J gives Ash a 5-point lead.
Coach Brasher coming out with a really good play to start this second half and extends his lead to 5 here with Ash on top, 26-21.
Sherman will get a touch now. Back in the game after some early foul trouble. That's Bates at the top of the key being guarded by Bolden. Skip pass to Kervin being guarded by Tyshawn. Step in the lane, Kervin no good. Rebounded by Sherman. Sherman up and good off the offensive glass.
Such a crucial key for this Tioga team. It's Wesley Sherman on the boards.
Makes it a one-possession game. Man-to-man defense all the way tonight. Over, lob pass to Wright. Wright gets the bucket. And, okay, they're just going to call just going to kill the ball.
Goaltending,
yeah.
He made it anyway.
So Ash gets the bucket there and is up by 5, 28-23. Sherman screens Doherty. Hardy falls but gets the ball over to Bates. Bates now getting trapped out by half court. But Bates will be down the lane now, and a nice shot off the glass for Kentrell Bates.
Pretty right there. Little attack to the outside and the kiss off the glass.
And making something out of nothing there because he was almost trapped up here by the logo. Ash back to work now, up 3. Coach Brasher calling in the set. Right down the left side again, gets tipped and blocked by Kervin Johnson. Sherman gets it up ahead to Hardy. Hardy dishes it to Reed. Reed is underneath. His layup is up and good.
That's the speed again, Marshall, by these guards of this Tioga team being able to get the ball down the floor so quick.
Nice defensive effort there by Jarvels. Avoided the foul, but Tioga is back within 1. Bolden in the corner. Back to Doherty. Right again at the free throw line. Looking to go to work on a 2-man game with Duncan. Dribble drive. Passes it to Doherty. Doherty's got some opening in the lane. Kicks it to Bolden. Over to Bourdlawn. Bourdlawn gets a double team. Tried to get Duncan on a dive cut, but Sherman gets a steal. Kervin Johnson with a head of steam. His layup is no good. Rebounded by Wright. Jarvell Bourdlawn in the open court. 3-on-2. Layup up and good.
That early foul trouble by Wesley Sherman right there gave up those points, knowing he didn't want to get his 4th foul.
Nice decision by Bourdlawn to adjust in midair. Tioga trying to get set. Doherty with a steal. Gets it over to Corey. Corey falls to his feet. Bourdlawn will pick it up. Coach Brasher not going to call a timeout. Ash will keep it underneath.
Yeah, I'm going to stay with Ash, but you can see they wanted to call. There's a lot of chaotic.
This is a breakneck game. Ash under Tioga's goal with a baseline play here. They'll get in that box set.
Watch Duncan here trying to get a screen and try to get some separation. Sherman all over him.
Duncan gets it, hands it right back to Corey. Corey to the free throw line. Keeps his dribble alive. Now gets it to Doherty and they'll reset. 2-point guards here for Ash. Wright and Doherty can do it all running this offense.
Ash okay with slowing him down here in this possession.
Wright with the ball screen. Into the lane. Up and good. Loves to get to that left side, Billy.
Beautiful play call right there. Good job of creating just a little bit of space and the easy layup.
Ash up by 5 here with 4:30 left to go in the third. Thomas gets it over to Reed. Reed thinks about a deep shot. Bolden aggressive against Bates as Bates tries to get in the lane. His shot goes up and out of bounds. That's a turnover. Trojans take over.
With Caden Hardy out of the game, Ash has no worry about three-point shot, really. So
Interesting.
everything they're doing is tightening it down into the goal and making it hard for anything Tioga to score.
And you're right, because Hardy did come out quickly with 2 threes in the first quarter. Right now, 4 minutes left in the third. We'll get a ball screen from Jarvell. Down the left side again, up, in, again. Corey Wright taking over in the second half. Coach Brasher wanted a foul. Now Tioga turns it over. And Ash looks to be on a little bit of a run here.
Momentum, definitely, Coach Bill. And there you go. You're going to call that timeout, slow things, get their minds right here. Something so quick. That's a game of basketball. It's a game of runs. And Tioga struggles early on. Ash separates with a 7-point lead.
Step away and be right back. This is the NDI Game of the Week on 446 Sports. Welcome back. 3:49 left to go in the third quarter. Ash with their largest lead here in the second half, 34-27. The winner of this game heads to Lake Charles.
Plays the winner, Captain Shreve and Ed Nakar in Lake Charles. Boy, that's going to be a fun game, too.
Duncan kicks it out to Doherty. Doherty getting inside. Now he'll kick it out to Jarvell. Can Jarvell hit a three? Rebound by Bates after the miss. Now Bates gets it back. Doherty trying to strip it. Pounding Kentrell Bates, but they'll get it across. 3.5 left to go in this third quarter.
Active hands by this Ash defense now.
And an active student section on both sides for Tioga and Ash. Jarvell almost gets a steal. Look at Doherty trying to get to it, but that will stay with Tioga.
Coach Brasher trying to talk to officials into giving that to them with a big smile on his face.
Nice hustle there by number 10 for the Trojans. 2 sport athletes so far this year, football and basketball. Corey Wright is guarding Jeremiah Reed out near midcourt, but he'll get a screen from Curvin. Dead dribble, dish to Sherman. Sherman with a nice up and in.
Hey, not only can Wesley Sherman sack a quarterback, he can play some basketball too, ladies and gentlemen.
He's a junior. He'll be back next year on the field and on the court for Tioga. Meanwhile, Indians down 5 against Ash. Ball screen. Sherman takes that away from Jarvell Boardline. Gets it to Reed. Reed up to Bates. Bates up and under. No good. And going to be rebounded by Corey Wright, and Curvin Johnson got called for a foul there, Billy.
And
number 4.
That is Curvin's number 4 foul. And
underneath your own basket, you certainly want to avoid those.
So that'll sit him down again. And let's see who. I see Tioga brought back in Caden Hardy back into the ball game.
Christopher Blake is in the game for Tioga, as is Sherman, Bates, Reed, and Hardy, like you mentioned. Meanwhile, it's Wright, Bolden, Duncan, Boardlawn, and Doherty. Starting lineup for Ash. Back in the game right now with 2:20 left in the third. Wright looking to dribble drive. Nothing doing. He'll get it to Boardlawn. Boardlawn with room underneath. Nice move by Jarvell. Up and in for 2.
That was beautiful. They're attacking the basket, going to that left hand, and an easy layup for Ash, up by 7.
Nice move by Reed there with a step back. That ball is no good. Good box out by Ash. Jarvell with a little bit of room. Can he score again? Yes, sir. Oh, an offensive foul is called on Jarvell. Good job. Really nice job by Reed to take a charge there, Billy.
That could have went either way. Ash not happy, Tioga very happy. Good move. Coach Brasher saying he was in the air. But again, that could have gone either way, but it goes on Tioga's benefit here with 1:56 seconds left here in the third period. Ash on top, 36-29.
Eddie Williams looks like he's going to check into this game here in the third quarter, and that will send Marcus Bolden to the bench. No, it won't. It'll send Jarvell Bourdon to the bench. Ash is up 7, just under 2 minutes left to go in the third. 36-29.
I'm sorry. Bourdon comes out of the ballgame for Ash.
Indians back to work on offense with Jeremiah Reed, guarded by Corey Wright. This crowd has gotten louder since we've gone on the air, Billy.
Absolutely.
What an atmosphere here in Caesars Palace. Sherman at the top of the key. Looks to dribble drive against Tyshawn. He'll get held up and handed off to Hardy. Hardy had a switch on Tyshawn for a minute. Now it's a three-pointer from Blake, and that's good.
Beautiful right there from downtown. And that cuts the deficit to 4 here. And that momentum is back and forth, back and forth. Oh.
Christopher Blake. Nothing but net from beyond the arc as we come up upon 1 minute left to go in this third quarter with a trip to Burton Complex on the line, a trip to March Madness, waiting the winner of this quarterfinal, all Sinlaw Red River rivalry here on 446 Sports. Under 1 minute left to go. Doherty now will go to work on offense, getting it to Duncan. Duncan back out to Corey. And Doherty will take back over at the top of the key. He'll drive to his right, in no hurry to force anything on offense are the Trojans. Handoff to Bolden. They'll weave it up top. About 30 seconds left here in the third. Hardy on right. He'll go around Tyshawn, lose control, and Hardy will get a steal there. Hardy all the way across court to Bates. Blake now. Hardy for 3, no good. Rebound by Bates. Bates on the baseline, driving on Williams, up. And whistle blown. That is going to be. That's on Eddie Williams.
Okay.
I believe that's his first, unless I missed one.
Wanted to make sure they didn't. It was close to where Duncan was at. And sometimes they do get that hand in there, but.
Really nice job by Bates there to get that offensive rebound and then go to work on the baseline, get himself to the free throw line.
Hardy makes that 3-point. The lid on the roof is coming off of this place.
I think you're right. So Bates, Sherman, Reed, Thomas, and Hardy in for the Indians. The Trojans currently feature Duncan, Wright, Bolden, Williams, and Doherty momentarily because Jarvell Bourdon will check in after this first free throw. Front of the rim, back of the rim, and in.
Big free throw right there for Tioga. Now only down 1 possession here. So 8 seconds left here in this third period. Got to be smart if you're Tioga. Make sure you do make this free throw. You do not get anybody else. Kerman and Sherman are out of the ball game.
Starting lineup in for Ash. Free throw is good. 36-34. 8 seconds left in the third quarter. Ash will look for one more. Doherty straight down, kicks it out to Bourdon. Bourdon gets in the paint, step through, up and good with 2 seconds left. And that will end the third quarter with a bucket by Jarvell Bourdon, the senior. 38-34 at the end of the third quarter. Jarvell Bourdon headed to Texas A&M Texarkana next year, but for now, looking to get his Trojans to March Madness. Ash 38, Tioga 34. We'll step away and be right back for the fourth quarter. You're watching the NDI Game of the Week, the quarterfinals, right here on 446 Sports. Fourth quarter, moments away here at Caesars Palace on the campus of Alexandria Senior High. Marshall Leffler, Billy French, and Nick Morrow live courtside here at the quarterfinals.
Man, this is what it's all about here. Fourth period. Winner advances, loser goes home. Thank God neither team has to travel very far tonight here, as it's a packed house, Caesars Palace. You got just as many Tioga people as you do as Ash fan and faithful. And this is what Central Louisiana high school basketball is all about.
We've seen this gym packed out for several games like this throughout the season. So proud to be able to bring it to you here on 446 Sports. Fourth quarter set to begin. 8 minutes separate one of these teams from a trip down 165 to Lake Charles for March Madness. Bates at the top of the key. Gets it over to Thomas, being guarded by Bolden. A curl cut by Hardy. Nothing there, and now ball's on the floor, picked up by Bates. He'll hand it off to Reed. Reed with some room. Trying to get Duncan up in the air. He will, but he's not able to hit. Bates gets his own rebound up in the paint again. Blocked by Duncan, and that's a jump ball.
Jump ball. That could have been trouble, but it was a jump ball. Good call right there by the officials. I don't even think Duncan left his feet. I just think he reached his arm up there just to get it
I think
done.
I agree with you. Kervin Johnson going to check back in with 4 fouls. That'll send Bates to the bench for now. Starting lineup is in for the Trojans. Meanwhile, Chris Blake currently in for Ash.
Tioga going to go ahead and elect some half-court defense here. Not trying to push anything yet here with 7:30 left in this ballgame.
38-34, Ash leads Tioga. Doherty with some room at the top. And again, not in a hurry. This seems to be what Coach Brasher has dialed up here. They're not going to force anything on offense. They'll wait and see if Blake wants to come after Doherty here. Now Bolden will get pressure from Reed. Borlon at the top of the key, reverses the ball to Doherty, looking to get it into Tyshawn. He will at the elbow. Tyshawn back out to Doherty. Some off-screen motion on the weak side of the court, and Doherty will reset.
Ash not in a hurry. They got a 4-point lead. Eat that clock if they can.
Yeah, and haven't necessarily been on fire from 3, so they're going to want to hunt layups if they can. Corey Wright down the left side. Can he get it again? Blocked by Johnson. Boardlawn up, no good. Caden Hardy's got a ton of room. His layup is good. But he is down. It looks like he landed and might have injured himself on that layup, Billy.
It looked like it was wet earlier over there, and they wiped it up. But I don't know. I think he slipped and messed up. Gosh, I hope everything's okay. But when he went up, you could see that knee or something gave right there.
Yeah, and he had a lot of room, immediately kind of motioned for help.
Yeah, it wasn't any contact or anything, Marshall. Just he had a wide open layup, and I think that little bit of moisture on the ground possibly caused that. 6:28 left here in the fourth period. 38-36 Ash on top of Tioga.
And like we mentioned, Ash on offense, you know, the three-pointer hasn't necessarily been there. They did get some three-point shooting going against Karen Crow early in the week, but tonight they've really had to rely on layups under the goal. You know, a couple jumpers from two-point range as Caden Hardy is able to come to his feet. And I hope that he is able to participate in the rest of this game, Billy.
Yeah, he doesn't look happy.
No, he doesn't.
He's got his jersey over his eyes. I'm telling you, it was so much fun watching that young man play basketball.
Player,
he was
absolutely.
such a great.
Joined the 1,000-point club we mentioned earlier this season, and has continued his scoring since that time. Certainly hope that he is okay.
Going to play a little more defense here.
It's a one-possession game here at Ash. 38-36. Doherty's got it again at the top of the key. And they'll run the same option to Bolden over there on the left wing. Bourdlawn at the top of the key. The same look for Ash. Corey Wright for three from the top. No good. Rebounded by Bolden. And that's going to be a foul on Tioga. And it's going to be Jeremiah Reed with his, I believe, That might be only his first foul.
We haven't. I don't think we've called his name tonight on the fouls.
Bolden for three. Off the side of the backboard. Sherman the rebound to Johnson. Johnson brings it up court now. And Reed will get set up on offense for Tioga. Nice move past Bolden. He'll stop short, pull up for two, and he'll bury the jumper.
That could have been some trouble there too. Split court right now, but Tioga ties it up here with 5:43 left.
38-38, under 6 minutes left to go. And you can hear the energy inside this crowd. Tioga has tied the game with a little run, was down 7 earlier in this half. And we'll see what Ash can get going on offense. Duncan for three. He misses. That's rebounded by Johnson. Up ahead to Sherman. Duncan didn't get back, but no good. Curvin, that's going to be a turnover. I believe they're going to get.
But he called timeout, so that basket does not count.
Timeout. Ash. 38-38. 5:11 to go. We'll stay right here.
Yeah, Coach Brasher wanted him to slow it down, but he had numbers, and he tried to make the most of it.
Yeah, and really after that play, Sherman was able to get behind Duncan to get that layup attempt, so he's got to make sure that he's got his defense getting back.
I would have liked to have seen Sherman right there and really attack Duncan and try to force a foul right there. But good defense right there. I mean, you got to give kudos to Duncan on the defensive side. He did what he needed to do to make Sherman miss that layup.
We will see what Tioga looks like here in the fourth quarter. Caden Hardy, a minute ago, after a layup, came down in some pain and had to exit this ball game. So it's 5:11 left to go, and Tioga try to get it done a man down. Tied at 38.
Marshall, thank you so much for letting me come on board here tonight. Hadn't got to do a whole lot this year. I've been doing a lot of softball. My first basketball game of the year. I appreciate you tuning in. What a game to call for your first one of the year.
Yeah, we haven't had a moment of downtime. Boardlawn keeps his dribble. Now he'll hand it off to Doherty. We are at 5 minutes left. The winner of this game will head to March Madness. Doherty gets a ball screen from Boardlawn. Back to Jarvell now. Jarvell with some room. A kick out to Wright. Wright floats it back to Jarvell against Sherman. Now they'll back it out to Doherty. Ash very deliberate about what they're going to do on offense. Boardlawn draws a double team. Quick pass out back to Doherty.
Slowing it down. This Ash offense not in a hurry.
Yeah, Duncan. Boardlawn gets that double team again. Tries to get it down. Really nice early read by Wesley Sherman to break up that play. Ash keeps it, and they'll get a baseline play with Wright as the inbounder. Duncan's got some room down there. Up and no good, but he will get some free throws.
I think they're going to call that on Sherman. No? Okay, no. I apologize. That's going to be on Kentrell Bates.
That is Bates' second foul, I believe.
Yep. That'll stop the clock, and a good free throw shooter in Duncan. I jinxed him. The announcer jinxed.
Short off the front rim for his first attempt.
He's been pretty accurate tonight at the free throw line.
And he'll give the home team the lead with a made basket here. Ash with a 1-point lead, 39-38, 4:14 left to go in the fourth quarter. And Coach Gill will call in the elbow play for Tioga. Johnson against Boardlawn. With Duncan right in his face, but misses. Rebound Ash. Duncan will get it back to Doherty. Nice stop for Ash on defense. Nice effort there by Curvin.
Big stop right there by the Ash defense to get a 0 on the possession and get one back here, up 1 point, 39-38.
Still got the starting lineup in for Ash. Double team for Wright. He'll get it to Doherty. Doherty in the lane. Out to Boardlawn. Can Boardlawn hit? No. but Duncan can get the rebound. Can Bourdon hit again? Yes! Three-pointer for Jargo! And that gives Ash a 4-point lead.
Big shot right there from Bourdon. Says, don't you give me 2 looks at it. I'm going to drop it.
2-possession lead now for the Trojans, the 2 seed. Wesley Sherman for 3. No good. Out of bounds, back to Ash. Trojans looking for their 31st victory this year and a trip to the semis. Tioga 28-7, looking to upset the 2 seed.
Bourdon with a good box out right there to let the ball go out of bounds.
Yes.
Tioga not really with that big long 3-ball threat now with their best shooter Hardy out of the ball game.
And again, the extra possession that Ash goes up, they are not going to speed up this offensive pace, I can imagine, Billy.
They don't need to. You're up 4. Your defense is playing really good.
Doherty gets into the lane, lobs it up to Duncan. Duncan with some room, and he slams it home off the assist from Trey Doherty. And he goes up, puts the Trojans up 6 points with 2.5 left.
Big play right there by Duncan.
Reed, no good. Rebound Duncan. Duncan will hold up and get it to Trey. That's a smart play there by Tyshawn.
And Tioga's going to have to start putting some pressure.
I think you're right.
Right now, momentum's all in Ash's favor. Good
Doherty
pick.
gets a screen from Bourdon. Bourdon, the dagger, no good. But rebounded by Wright underneath the Bourdon. Bourdon up and in. Ash up 8.
Right now, Ash out hustling this Tioga team, chasing after every rebound. Now I think we got a timeout by Coach Gill.
Coach Gill will call a timeout. And this Trojan student section is fired up, as is the home team as they head into the huddle, Billy.
Big minute and a half worth of play right there. 2-point possession, quickly goes to an 8-point lead. Just in a matter of seconds with hustle.
So if you're Tioga now, there's a kind of an urgency that comes up where you do have to, you don't necessarily have to take threes, but you do have to get into your offense and try to score as quickly as you can.
Absolutely. And Tioga's deep threat out of the ball game with an injury, so they're having to attack, and that's right into what Ash is wanting to do. Slow it down, get it in the paint, and not throw up any threes.
And with Tioga only 2 team fouls, so for them to actually be able to put Ash at the line here and try to get the ball back, they're going to have to start being aggressive and try, go for traps, go for the ball, things like that. Because at a certain point, you do want the other team shooting free throws so you can try to get the ball back.
Right, to slow things down to make sure to try to cut in that lead. But right now, you're going to have to foul quite a bit, and that's going to eat a lot of clock as well. So right now, Coach Brasher very happy with what his defense is doing, and then the offense is really just taking their time, looking for the best shot, and they're capitalizing.
So reset you here. Ash 46, Tioga 38, 149 left to go in the 4th quarter here on your Wallace Eye Associate scoreboard. The winner of this game will take on the winner of Captain Shreve and Edna Carr in the semifinals. Kervin Johnson up top, gets it over to Bates. Bates looking for some room. He'll get into the paint, and I think that'll be Marcus Bolden that will be called for a foul, and I believe that's his 3rd. 140 left to go.
That is Bolden's 3rd foul.
So not too terribly worried about foul trouble for any team at this point. They'll play straight up.
Tioga got to knock down some shots and do it quickly.
Reed at the top of the key, and he's going to lose it. Ash will get the ball back with a minute and a half.
Doherty with some defense right there for Ash.
Can expect the home team to try to choke out the game clock on this possession, Billy.
And here comes that full court press by Tioga. Great.
There's a wet spot over there too.
So Ash with a 2-point lead, just over a minute left. If the Trojans can hold on here, Ash will return to March Madness. Tioga is going to have to make something happen on offense very, very quickly. Three, no good. Bates gets the rebound. They'll kick it back out. They've got to get another three. Blake again. That one misses. And Trey Doherty hustles in to get the rebound. And so he will, it's going to be off of Doherty. And Tioga will keep the ball underneath. Kenny's going to check that for Tyshawn. Yeah, Tyshawn slipped on the left spot. Baseline. His lob is going to be up and good. Coach Phil's going to put timeout. Tioga's down. Tioga is going to be defending full court as Ash will put to inbound with 46 seconds left to go. Pressure again. Tioga, a lot of fouls to give. So that'll be good. He gets it quickly back to right. Right will get it up to Williams. Williams back to right. Over to Gordon. Get it across. So I imagine you probably are looking for one trap and then a foul if you're Tioga, because again you got to get to where Ash is at least shooting free throws with the clock stop.
You've got to get a stop right here, whether it's a foul or a turnover. You've got to get a stop right here.
Bolden inbounds to Doherty. Doherty's trapped in the corner over there, and he'll call timeout. So Coach Brasher's got a few remaining, and the Trojans will stop it with 33 seconds left to go, 48-40.
Man, this game has lived up to the hype, Marshall. It's great atmosphere. Fans loving it on both sides, back and forth, back and forth.
And two teams that have played well. I mean, you know, Ash does have that impressive regular season record. Absolutely. They've got some quality wins over some of the top teams in the state, like Peabody. They have won some of the top tournaments in the state this season. They've gone on the road and shown their stuff. Tioga, meanwhile, has put up an equally impressive season with an equally talented roster.
Absolutely.
And they've been able to match up with everything that Ash has been able to do. Their rosters may not look exactly the same, but Tioga has size, just like Ash does. Tioga has speed, just like Ash does. So it's been a great basketball game between two talented rosters.
Absolutely. And when Tioga went into their small package with the smaller guys, the speed was ridiculous, and Ash couldn't match up at that point. And
Doherty gets some pressure.
Has been the difference.
Wright is down the lane. He'll get it to Bolden. Bolden's layup is up and in. That'll put Ash up 10, and that will seemingly send the Trojans to Lake Charles. Kervin Johnson up and in. He'll be playing football at Ole Miss in the fall. Another foul down underneath, so Doherty won't head to the line just yet.
As you can hear the Ash faithful, student section for Ash, really loud over here.
4 quarters of good quality basketball come down here to the final moments. Ash is going to win this ball game 50-42, and the Trojans are going to return to March Madness next week. What a game, Billy.
50-42, Ash separates here in the fourth quarter, is back and forth, haymaker to haymaker all night long. Ash made some big plays in that final 4 minutes of the ball game, especially when Hardy went out with the injury.
You got 3 junior starters for Tioga coming back next year that will be a huge part of what they're going to try to do as they run it back with their basketball program. Ash, meanwhile, they've got to get Duncan healthy. They've got to rest, they've got to recover, and they've got to reset for what they can hope will be 2 quick turnaround games next week in Lake Charles.
Absolutely. You hate to have one of these 2 teams lose. You represent, at least we got one representing Central Louisiana heading to Lake Charles. And both teams played their hearts out. Student section from both teams was fantastic. Fans were fantastic tonight. Packed house there at Caesars Palace. This is what I was looking forward to tonight when we come to this game.
Lived up to be everything we thought it could be. Sinlaw has brought it on the field, on the court, and everywhere in the sports game this year, and we brought so much of it to you here on 446 Sports. Want to thank NDI Heating and Cooling for bringing us the game of the week. Want to thank Wallace Eye Associates for hanging out, helping out with our scoreboard this evening. Want to thank producer Nick Morrow for doing his thing with the scoreboard and the camera. Want to thank my partner tonight, Billy French, for bringing color commentary. Thanks for everything you do covering sports in Sinlaw. Mr. French, enjoyed watching this game with you. For Nick, for Billy, I am Marshall Leffler. Thanks for watching. You have been with the NDI Game of the Week right here on 446 Sports.